Hi, and welcome back to the Talk Shop where we talk about hot news from today. I'm your host, Dawn Hudson, and today we have three amazing guests who are all here to talk about the accusation of King Duncan's death. For our very first guest, I would like to welcome Malcolm. Thank you for coming on the show. Take a seat.
Hi, thanks for having me here.
So you're here today to talk about the murder of the king as well as your father.
Yes, my father was first found by Macduff and Lennon in the bedroom. No one knew where he was until they went to his room, and there he lay on the bed.
So do you have any idea of what happened?
No, not at all. There's been some talk, but nothing has been confirmed.
What kind of talk has been going around?
Well, as most of you know, Macbeth has become our new king. Many people fear to say this, but his actions are questionable. I fear that saying this, I may be killed along with the rest.
Along with the rest?
Yeah, since Macbeth crowned himself as king, many people have died. I don't know if it's a coincidence.
Do you like Macbeth? Do you think he'll be a better king than your father?
My life was better with my father. My father was an amazing king. He fought for what he believed in and worked for everything. He truly loved helping people, though. One thing he felt was putting faith in someone. My father was a good king, a great king. I wish he was here so he could hear me saying this.
But with all this talk about Duncan being murdered and Macbeth taking the throne for himself, what do you feel is the biggest problem with being king?
The biggest problem with Macbeth being king is not from the past, but from the future. Before my father died, Macbeth was given a new title, Son of Cawdor. But once Macbeth got that title, sometime after my father was killed, I wouldn't like to bring speculations into this. Is it really a coincidence that the time between them are so close?
Malcolm, are you saying that Macbeth could have killed your father, the King of Scotland?
I'm not saying he did, but we can't dismiss the accusation. Who knows if he did or didn't?
Thank you for coming to the show and telling us how you feel about the actions that have taken place in the recent time of distress.
Thank you for having me.
We'll be coming back after these short messages. Next, we have an accused murderer himself, Macbeth, coming to the show to clear his name. Back to the Talk Shop. Thank you for tuning in for another story. Today we have Macbeth, an accused murderer. He is here to clear his name. I would like you to welcome our new king, Macbeth.
Thanks for having me here.
Thank you for coming. So, Macbeth, since the fall of our late king, you have taken the throne and crowned yourself as King of Scotland. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct. After the death of Duncan, Malcolm was the heir to the throne, but he fled to England.
So if Malcolm was next to the throne and his brother Donalbain, why do you believe they fled?
I believe they fled because they were scared of the responsibilities of a king. They were fine young men. Both of them would have done great as king, hand in hand. But because of the unannounced death of the king, they both weren't ready to pick up the slack of a nation.
But the king was a strong man, a righteous man. He did his job and did it well. How do you think someone was able to get so close to him?
Duncan was a great king. He was chosen by God himself. But Duncan relied on acceptance from the country. As a king, that is a flaw in itself.
Macbeth, we both know why you're here today. There have been accusations that you killed the king so that you can have more power.
Yes, many people think I killed the king, but that is not accurate. Duncan was at my castle that night, but I was in my room with Lady Macbeth.
Okay, so did you hear anyone or anything suspicious the night of the murder?
No, not really. It was really quiet. You couldn't even hear a mouse.
Do you have any idea of who might have wanted Duncan dead?
As most of you know, I was very close to Duncan. I was his general, and he trusted me very much. I trusted him very much. I would never commit treason of the sort. I don't know anyone who would have.
Did anything seem suspicious when he got there?
No, everything was pretty normal. He got here, we talked for a while, and then called it a night.
Okay, well thank you for coming on the show. I hope this helped clear your name. Hi, and welcome back to the Talk Shop. Today we have talked to an accused murderer and a man who has lost his father. For today's last guest, we have the woman married to the accused murderer himself, Lady Macbeth. Please give a warm welcome to our new queen.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming. So today we have asked you to come on our show to talk about your husband and him being accused of killing King Duncan.
Yes, a lot of kinsmen have been suspicious of my husband.
Are you suspicious of your husband?
No, I could never be suspicious of my husband. Macbeth is always trusted by fellow men and Duncan himself. He could never do such horrible things.
Well, today we had your husband come in, Malcolm. Although your husband was very adamant about killing King Duncan, Malcolm had a lot to say.
Malcolm was a great son, and he would have been a great king. But my husband felt that him and his brother weren't ready for the responsibility.
Do you think Malcolm or Donalbain would have been a better king than your husband?
It's hard to say. Malcolm is a very good and kind young man, in some ways responsible. But my husband's more training in battle and has been more in a leader position, which makes him more fit as a king. Nothing is worse than putting someone in a position that they're not ready for.
Do you feel as if your husband will help make Scotland better?
That will most definitely help Scotland be a better country and make sure that everyone loves everything about it here.
Okay, this question is very brutal, but do you think Macbeth has anything to do with the murder or have any idea of who might have committed it?
Most of you may know my husband as a brave fighter who risked his life every day. Not only was he fighting for his country, but also for his people, and also the king. My husband and the king had a strong friendship. They constantly relied on each other, and that's what made them unbreakable. I feel like as if my husband would never do something to a friend, a companion, or even a king. They trusted each other more than I can even explain. He has always been a reliable man. No one could ever question the actions he's done. If order was given, they didn't do it because he was over them, but because they believed in what he was saying. That's why my husband could never have committed such a senseless crime.
Well, thank you for coming to the show and clearing the air for us. I hope you live a happy life as our new queen and husband as our king.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for tuning in and watching our show today. Have a great day and enjoy your week.